Hey guys, it's your girl T. So I wanted to come on here and talk about the whole Jay-Z Oprah controversy. Over the weekend, Jay-Z was featured on Oprah's Master Class, and this was the first time that Jay-Z was really addressing race relations in America. And he's saying that basically he feels like hip-hop and hip-hop music has done more for race relations in America than even cultural icons. He was saying that we all know about Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech, but that the music and the hip-hop industry is more prolific than that, because basically at the end of the day, music crosses all color barriers, and you have, white kids who love hip-hop, and hip-hop basically brought a whole generation of people together. So if you guys have not seen the interview, I want you guys to click the link down below, check out the interview. It's about 2 minutes long, and then come back and hear the rest of my commentary. Alright, so I'm assuming you guys just watched the interview. So once the interview hit the net, a lot of folks had really strong opinions about the situation. A lot of folks was going in on Jay-Z. A lot of people were saying that, he has no business talking about anything. He's so far removed from the hood. He's so far removed from what's going on in the inner city. He's a new black person. So people have really strong opinions. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the comments that were floating all around different message boards. Check this out, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary. Alright, so you guys just read all the comments and everything else what people had to say. And I guess for me, when I heard the interview, I understood where Jay-Z was coming from. I understood what he meant when he was saying that, hip-hop has now kind of crossed all color barriers. You have the Iggy Azaleas, you have the Eminems, you have white people, who are rapping in hip-hop and making money, living off of this. You have Asian people. You have all types of people, colors, and creeds in the U.S. and around the world who are heavily involved in hip-hop. So it is the type of music that just transcends. You hear hip-hop in commercials, in movies, ringtones, everything. Hip-hop surrounds us. But with that being said, I also feel like, too, there's a lot of negativity in hip-hop, and while it has done, a few things to basically break down barriers and make people, start dialogue about, their favorite artists or favorite songs, at the end of the day, I'm not going to say that hip-hop is more powerful than the civil rights movement, or that anything that Malcolm X or Martin Luther King were doing back in the day to get black people their freedoms. So I think that's a bit of a stretch to make it seem like hip-hop did all that. And like a lot of people are even saying in the comment sections that, a lot of the things that hip-hop initially stood for was positive. It was conscious. It was to let you know what was going on. It was a voice for the voiceless. But now it's been so commercialized and dumbed down. And even when Jay-Z was out, it wasn't like he was saying anything to really uplift people. He was rapping about selling drugs and fucking bitches and everything else. So it's gotten to the point where a lot of hip-hop music is just very, very low vibrational, and people are just not feeling it anymore. But I think in the early days, hip-hop definitely had a message, and it definitely had the power to influence people in a good way. And now it's just the total opposite. I think that's why people kind of saw his interviews kind of being insulting. Like, you're making it seem like, the hip-hop of today is doing something positive for the youth, or steering the youth in the right direction, when you have hip-hop music, or when you have music like drill music, and you have music where these kids are talking about killing other kids and things like that. Like, that's more destructive as opposed to helping, bring the races together, let alone the black community. So, it was a really, really interesting debate, and it was really cool to see everybody's opinion on the situation. Like I said, I can see what Jay-Z was trying to say, but he definitely missed the mark. Certain people just need to just stick to rapping, stick to acting. When you try and talk about politics and try and talk about race relations, sometimes they just kind of fall flat. And I think Jay-Z kind of missed the ball on this one. So anyways, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire situation. Do you agree with what Jay-Z was saying during his masterclass interview? Or do you feel like he was reaching for trying to compare hip-hop to that of like the civil rights movement, to like what Martin Luther King did, what President Obama did? You know, so let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Let me know your thoughts. All right, deuces.